Good evening from New York. I'm Chris Hayes. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas to those of you who celebrated. It's been an extraordinary 12 months in American life and politics. The twice impeached, disgraced ex-president is facing multiple criminal investigations, civil inquiries across multiple jurisdictions. His party has full-on embraced an anti-democratic, anti-Semitic, in some cases, platform, while the conservative Supreme Court took away the 50-year-old constitutional right to an abortion. We'll get to all of that and more tonight, but we begin at the end of this year and the historic results of the midterm election, where Democrats gained a seat in the Senate and Republicans managed to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. Historically, midterm elections, of course, have been outright disastrous for a first-term president and the party in power. As MSNBC political contributor Steve Bannon noted, quote, since World War II, Democratic presidents in their first midterms have seen their party lose an average of 40 House seats and 5 Senate seats. Since Watergate, the results have looked even worse for the party. Democratic presidents in their first midterms have seen their party lose an average of 44 House seats and 6 Senate seats. Many political observers on both sides of the aisle were expecting a political bloodbath on the level of, say, 1994's Republican Revolution, for instance, when Democrats lost 52 House seats and 8 Senate seats during Bill Clinton's first term, or the 2010 Tea Party wave, when Democrats lost a whopping 63 House seats and 6 Senate seats during Barack Obama's first term. And for the right-wing media, especially Fox News, a red wave was a sure thing.
Be an analyst for a second. Does it feel like a red wave?
It feels like a red wave, Brian.
You know, your predictions of a red wave are accurate.
Somebody made a surfboard, said the red wave is coming.
Red wave rising.
That red wave that I'm convinced is coming.
The reports I'm seeing show a big red wave coming.
Sleepy Joe just guaranteed a red wave in Pennsylvania.
There's a lot of energy on the ground. You probably hear the rally in the background right now. We think we're going to have a big red wave in Michigan.
Wow.
Democrats are bracing for the worst-case scenario, a red tsunami.
We are officially on a red tsunami watch.
Sean, we're going to see a red tsunami.
Red tsunami grows.
That means red tsunami.
We're not just going to see a red wave. We're going to see a red tsunami.
Poverty, joblessness, critical race theory, crazy gender ideology in our schools. We are going to see a red tsunami.
And lastly, your prediction for tonight.
I think we're going to have a red wave. I think it's going to be maybe bigger than anyone thought.
On Tuesday, we will be part of a big red wave that says enough is enough.
Up next, Elon Musk ready to ride the big red wave.
Elon Musk tweeted massive red wave.
Massive red wave.
Massive red wave.
Massive red wave.
You're about to see a red wave that makes day after tomorrow look like nothing.
That's going to be responsible for the red wave. I think the red wave that's coming is going to be like the elevator doors opening up in The Shining.
Rogan said that the red wave is going to look like the elevator doors opening and the blood pouring out of the elevator in The Shining.
Like the elevator doors opening up in The Shining.
That is correct, except it's not going to be an elevator. It's going to look more like Deep Impact, the tsunami at the end, but colored red.
Remember that Taya Leone Deep Impact disaster movie? That's the red wave tsunami that'll come ashore.
It's going to be a brutal week for the Democrats beginning on Tuesday.
And frankly, I've already DVR'd CNN and MSNBC for election night, not because I'm going to watch, but just because I want to enjoy the tears post-red tsunami.
What happened to the red wave, Congresswoman?
Yes, what happened to the red wave? Well, once the votes were counted, Democrats narrowly lost the House majority, losing only 9 seats. They actually flipped a Republican Senate seat by electing Democrat John Fetterman in Pennsylvania. But there was still one chance for Republicans to try to claw back something. The Georgia Senate race between Democratic incumbent Senator Raphael Warnock and Trump-backed Republican carpetbagger Herschel Walker headed to a runoff. Once again, as Media Matters pointed out, Fox News was, well, they were very bullish about the Republicans' chances.
Herschel Walker for Senate. I like the ring of that. Will you help me draft Herschel Walker to run for Senate down in Georgia? Because I happen to be very fond of him. Herschel, I'm kind of hoping you might consider running for high office in Georgia. Do we want him to run for governor or for senator? Do I hear Georgia's on your mind? Now, the crop of 2022 Republican candidates just got a lot stronger tonight as football legend Herschel Walker announced that he's jumping into the Georgia GOP Senate primary. Herschel's enthusiasm in the state of Georgia seems to be through the roof. People of Georgia, it's in your hands. Your country needs you. Game time in Georgia. Herschel Walker, Lindsey Graham are live in Georgia.
This man will change the Republican Party.
TeamHerschel.com. 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 TeamHerschel.com.
Team Herschel.
Help Herschel.
Team Herschel.
TeamHerschel.com. TeamHerschel.com. TeamHerschel.com.
TeamHerschel.com. TeamHerschel.com. TeamHerschel.com.
You've never lost an overtime game in your life, have you? Hopefully soon to be senator-elect. I believe you win hands down. Herschel Walker, congratulations.
Well, just hours after the polls closed, NBC News called it, and Herschel Walker was one of the weakest candidates in modern political history who, frankly, had no business running for a Senate seat, lost to Senator Raphael Warnock, securing an astonishing midterm election result for the Democratic Party and President Joe Biden.